In 2020, the Roblox game Tower of Hell was on every Roblox YouTuber's tongue.
We're trying the hardest Roblox obby ever made, called the Tower
of Hell.
It's called Tower of Heck.
Playing the Tower of Heck. Game known as Tower of Hell.
Find Tower of Hell.
Tower of Heck.
The Tower of Heck.
The Tower of Hell obby.
A game which only involved moving and navigating your way through a randomly generated obstacle course. A game so simple which somehow managed to average 100,000 concurrent players. Now struggling to even reach 20,000. Today we're going to be diving deep into how this beloved game managed to grow their audience, only to have it fall so far. Hey guys, CQQP here, and yes, it's been a while since I've said that. I know I said I wouldn't post anymore, but you know, I've discovered after graduating I have so much free time, I might as well do something productive. And hey, if you guys like this video, maybe in the future I might start uploading some more videos. So make sure you guys go and subscribe, just in case, just in case. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin our story. Tower of Hell was created in June of 2018, almost 5 years ago. However, the game didn't gather so much attention just from the start. In September of 2018, something big happened. A Roblox Brazilian YouTuber known as Julia Mindgirl showcased the game, exposing it to her audience of a couple million at the time. Towards the end of 2018, the game started gathering more attraction as it started averaging 1,000 concurrent players. Growth was steady, but it was clear that there was a fan base developing. In 2019, the first Tower of Hell dedicated YouTubers appeared, such as Shataz, Squid Magic, CMP Army, and of course, Pink Leaf. These YouTubers are one of the many reasons the game exploded into popularity. As the game kept growing more YouTubers started making videos on it. And as the game kept gaining attraction, the more updates it got. However, the update that was about to release was going to change the game forever. Halos were added. Upon their introduction, these players were given an incentive to play for hours at a time. A game which was only supposed to be for casual play ended up attracting some really sweaty players. This made up the majority of the fan base. As these players began grinding for their halos, their skills began to develop rapidly, and racing in Tower of Hell became the default way to play the game. More YouTubers began making videos on the game, including Tixels, Zepixel, Floydeye, and of course, me. Some specialized in showcasing their skills, making funny videos, or even just making tutorials. At the time, Pink Leaf was undoubtedly the king of Tower of Hell. If you thought Tower of Hell YouTubers, the first one that would come to your mind would be Pink Leaf. That was the case until around June 2020, where Ufi began growing at the craziest rate anyone has ever seen, gaining hundreds of thousands of subscribers a week. This momentum on top of the YouTubers constantly uploading, and even streamers starting to play the game more.
Hey, what is going on, guys?
Spy cable
sprung the game up to 100,000 concurrent players, and this number remained constant for over a month. Tower of Hell began peaking around this time. As it was lockdown, all of us were bored, and this was probably the most fun game I've played in so long. Everybody had a blast making videos, and nobody found it boring or like a chore. However, as we know, what goes up must come down, and there hadn't been any major updates or even new sections added in months. And when you have a game this big, it's almost common knowledge to constantly update it. Players began noticing and started getting bored. Content began getting drier too. There's only so much you can do when you make a video on block parkour. The developers had to do something, and they ended up releasing one of the most controversial updates yet. A new Halo. Upon hearing this, players were so excited to finally have something to work towards. However, These players were going to have to spend their hard-earned Robux just to get it, as the only way for it to be obtained was through buying boxes. Each box cost around 30 Robux, and each box only had a 0.25% chance of giving the Halo. Players were spending almost 10,000 Robux just on this Halo alone. Many players and fans of the Tower of Hell community quit from this update. In December, the developers finally made a major update, where every day for the next month a new section was added. But it was clear this isn't what players wanted. The new sections only annoyed most of the player base, as they were already so familiar with the current sections. They wanted something to work towards. A new Halo is what everyone suggested.
Think about Halos. I think it'd be super cool if they had more opportunities to get more different Halos and stuff like that.
But to this day, they still haven't gotten. The developers continued adding new sections every month, annoying a lot of the player base even further. They revamped the Tower of Hell to only contain 20 sections. Nobody wanted this, but luckily someone re-uploaded the original version of the Tower of Hell. But if you want to play it, you're gonna get banned, and many YouTubers did get banned for this. In the year of 2021, finally we got some decent updates, like the filter sections and the introduction of some of the new secret stages. However, even to this day, bugs still existed, such as the shift lock bug and sensitivity changes. Players began begging the developers to fix this, but as we know, these developers are extremely lazy and they refuse because it's not their problem, it's Roblox caused the issue. What? Apart from those updates, that's all the developers gave us. YouTubers were running out of ideas and nobody felt motivated to even make content on a game that gave nothing back. As many of us quit, the player base began quitting too. Those who continued trying to upload struggled, and those who continued playing only played for insanely high levels. Recently, someone even reached level 1000 legitimately. To conclude, pure laziness is the reason the game is where it is today. The developers were too lazy to implement any new features, so they began letting their game die. It's sad how far this simple obby game has fallen. I do miss creating content, but there's really no reason to make content on this game anymore. The game shouldn't be given any more exposure.